A life never questioned is a life half-lived. That thought slices deep because most of us stumble through our days on autopilot, replaying the same routines like a scratched record. We wake, scroll, distract ourselves, and then complain when nothing shifts. The reality? Self-reflection is the missing link between who we are and who we could become. And one of the oldest yet most powerful tools of self-reflection is the act of writing a journal. Journaling isn't about the prettiest notebook or flawless calligraphy. It's about unloading the storm in your head before it drowns you. It's about creating a quiet space in a world addicted to noise. It's about forcing honesty out of yourself when lying to others and even to yourself has become too easy. As one line goes, if you don't capture your lessons, you'll lose them when they matter most. The Stoics knew this well. From emperors to enslaved philosophers, journaling was a constant discipline. Marcus Aurelius didn't craft meditations for others, he wrote to confront himself, to sharpen his character. Centuries later, his private notes still survive while empires have crumbled. Writing isn't therapy, it's strategy. It's preparing your mind for the war of life. Here are 10 sharp reasons why journaling is not optional but essential if you want clarity, strength, and purpose. 1. Begin without delay. Waiting for the perfect setup is a trap. People overthink journaling before ever making a mark. They obsess. What notebook should I buy? How long should I write? What format should I follow? The truth is simple, none of that matters. Write a single line if that's all you can manage. One sentence today beats empty intentions tomorrow. A small daily note snowballs into years of growth. A tiny step forward is stronger than endless hesitation. Progress comes from action, not perfection. 2. Choose pen and paper. Screens enslave our focus. Notifications scatter our thoughts. Digital files vanish with lost passwords or broken devices. Paper, though, remains. Da Vinci's sketches are still readable hundreds of years later, while many files from just 15 years ago are gone. Pen on paper slows the mind, grounds the body, and creates permanence. Words on paper outlast thoughts in passing. A physical notebook becomes your personal anchor in an unstable digital age. 3. Write only for you. Too many people still perform when they're alone. They want their journals to look poetic, polished, worthy of an audience. Stop. Journaling isn't a performance, it's confession. It's the place you throw off your masks. Aurelius wasn't writing for readers, he was clawing through his own struggles. Write raw. Write messy. Write angry. Don't filter for beauty, write for truth. Better to admit an ugly reality than decorate a false one. Free your mind, your brain is a cage of repeating loops. Worries recycle. Anger amplifies. Fears spiral. The problem isn't thought itself, it's that you keep it locked inside. Journaling is the escape hatch. Writing forces thoughts into the open where they shrink under light. As one diary once stated, paper listens longer than people. Words on a page rob chaos of its grip. Monsters become sentences, and sentences can be understood, challenged, or discarded. 5. Argue with yourself. Philosophy is not memorization, it's battle. Journaling embodies that. Each entry is a debate with your own mind. You state, you question, you counter. Marcus wrote reminders to himself again and again. Remember, you will die. Remember, you can endure. Remember, control is limited. He wasn't lecturing others, he was drilling truth into his own bones. Your journal is your sparring partner. It's the private arena where you wrestle your weaker self into submission. 6. Face reality. Modern life thrives on illusion feeds, filters, empty flexes. The page destroys that illusion. Writing demands honesty. Did I use my time well? Did I betray my standards? Did I act with integrity? Ink doesn't tolerate lies, it reveals them every time. A journal becomes your anchor to the raw truth when the world offers only masks. 7. Train your emotions. Feelings are wild and unpredictable. Rage, jealousy, fear they hijack decisions and ruin peace. Journaling is not suppression, but observation. You put the feelings down, see them clearly, and recognize their patterns. Soon you realize how often the same fear repeats, how little substance it has. Over time, writing hardens your emotional skin. You stop reacting like a puppet and start choosing like a master. He who directs his emotions shapes his destiny. 8. Record the struggle. Life is combat, and your journal is your logbook. Each page proves you stood your ground, fought back, endured. Later, when you read those words, you'll remember the battles you've faced, the growth you've earned. The world may never see it, but you will. A journal is not a story of what happened, but evidence of how you fought through it. Your notebook becomes a map of scars and victories. 9. Practice gratitude. Negativity comes easy. Gratitude must be trained. Journaling builds this discipline by forcing you to write even the smallest blessings. A good meal, a laugh, a warm bed. These reminders reset your perspective. They turn lack into enough. They remind you light exists even on the darkest days. Gratitude doesn't erase hardship, it reframes it. The more you write it, the more natural it becomes to see abundance instead of emptiness. 10. Plan for tomorrow. Life punishes the unprepared. Journaling is mental rehearsal for what's ahead. Write down your fears and imagine your response. Write down your goals and break them into steps. Write down your mistakes and create strategies to avoid them. This isn't fantasy, it's training. Marcus often started his mornings by reminding himself of hardships he might encounter, so he wouldn't be shocked when they came. He who prepares daily will not collapse when tested. Journaling is sharpening your sword before stepping into the fight. Final note: journaling isn't decoration. It's not about looking wise or collecting pretty pages. It's survival. It's strategy. It's armor. The Stoics didn't write because it was fashionable. They wrote because life was ruthless. Without reflection, you drown in it. But with a pen, you carve clarity out of chaos. 5 minutes a day is enough to build resilience, insight, and strength. While others drift unconscious, you'll be awake, recording, sharpening, and learning. And long after your moods, failures, and fears fade, the pages will remain. Evidence that you lived fully, not blindly. Don't just stumble through life, wrestle it onto the page and make it yours.